High fives all around.
We gotta go in.
All right, and it's 1, 2, 3, and what's the last word?
Implode. It's 4.
Implode?
Should we implode or
Should we go down?
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
like down.
Down?
All right.
It's weird. Where's the hands?
Can we?
1, 2, 3.
Ah, that's awesome. Awesome.
No, it'd be like.
Hey, we're Little Tybee, and you're listening to the Radio Buzz Project.
I must say I'm sorry if there's something I've done. I never mean for words to anyone. You don't have to listen if I'm wasting your time. Keep your picture.
What's going on? This is the Radio Buzz Project, and I am Les McFadden, standing here with the one and only Little Tybee. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah? We are here in Athens at the Georgia Theater. Have you guys ever been here before?
We have actually played Georgia Theater before. We played a show here a little over a year ago with 100 Waters.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was great. It was beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you ready for tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Any pre-show rituals you guys do?
We do like a count off, like hands in thing. Usually we keep it pretty simple, like 1, 2, 3, 4, has been our thing. But we're working on the next one, so I don't know. We're open to suggestions about our explosion. You know?
Yeah. Do you implode or explode?
It's an explode.
Really?
It's an explode. We're not opposed to the implode. You know, I like to. You know, the journey is just as infinite inward as it is outward. But I think tonight's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
A great lineup, and yeah.
Okay, Little Tybee. So, how long have you guys been an official band?
Official. I'd say we've been together. I mean, some of us have been playing for like 14 years or something like
Wow.
that. So we kind of speak the same language. But I don't know. I think this is 8 or 9 years.
Oh, wow.
Little Tybee. We're veterans. Dallas Dawson is a new addition here.
Nice.
Drum man. Deserves
How
a pat
long?
on the head.
How long has it been since you joined?
Maybe like 2.5 months.
Really?
3 months. Something
How's
like that.
how's the adjustment? Is it harder than you expected? Is it as exciting as you expected? How is it as a whole?
The beginning was kind of hard, just to learn like new songs, but it's going good.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah. It's cool.
That is really cool. As far as influences, what are you guys' influences, and how do you seem to mold each and every influence into one Little Tybee sound?
I'm sure they probably have something to say about it, but I'd say more so we're like inspired than influenced. So there's a lot of different inspiration. It might not just be musical; it might be aesthetically, because we're a very like audio and visual band. But yeah, inspired by all kinds of things that are happening in modern art and in music, ranging from like hip hop producers to jazz influence. We're actually playing the jazz festival tomorrow in Atlanta.
Oh wow!
And it's just constantly taking everything in. But I don't know. Anyone else got like a influence, like a diehard? Wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm so glad that person's in the world, and I get to like steal my bit.
It comes from a lot of different places, like you said.
Awesome. You have such a peculiar style with the guitar. Where did that come from?
I don't know. Maybe like suburban resentment. I feel like I grew up in a place and had a lot of resentment for the town. And I came to terms with that later. But at the time, I was like, I got to be different. I got to try to not fit the mold or whatever.
Okay.
It's a little immature, but I'm kind of happy it led me to this kind of place.
Yeah, that is really cool. How long have you been playing the guitar for?
Maybe 10 or 12 years, or
Oh, wow.
maybe longer than that. I actually don't even keep up. I found that answer to be less relevant as I get older, but also as I see people put in different levels of commitment to the instrument. So it's almost, the time period doesn't really matter as much to me, I guess.
Okay. Who do you look up to as far as guitar heroes? You know?
George Benson, Pat Metheny,
Okay.
people like that. I also listen to just a whole variety of stuff.
Sweet. That is really cool, man. That is really cool. So where did the name Little Tybee come from?
Well, we all grew up in Savannah. Oh, not all
Really?
of us, but half the band grew up in Savannah.
Okay.
And it's kind of, Tybee Island down there, the beach.
Yeah.
And it was just, an homage to home.
Yeah.
Band names are pretty hard to come up with. And this
Yeah.
wasn't taken, so it's like, sweet, it works.
That is really cool. How has Tybee Island, because I personally know a few people from Tybee, and they seem like coincidentally they're all really cool people. So it
Thank
may
you.
be something in the water, I don't know. But
to be stressed out.
yeah. Oh, life seems to be.
Going way of life.
Oh, can you still hear me? All right, sweet. How does Tybee Island influence your sound as a whole?
I'd say Tybee Island is like it's like an easy life down there, or maybe not an easy life, but it's an easy way of life. As far as like you take your time with things. The tide rolls in, the tide rolls out at the same time every day, and I think that people kind of like. I don't know, that shows in whatever art that's created down there with artists, visual or audio or whatever. So I don't know, I think that we definitely have like a little bit of like a Georgia style, but we definitely take influence from like the rest of the world as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be super stoked on a band in Australia as much as we are, James Brown or Outkast, so there's a lot of, Georgia is kind of a melting pot of a lot of awesome sounds. But I think it's a product of those sounds coming from other places in the world too. It's not like it's all from here, But
Yeah, that's really cool. As far as all the venues you've played, what would be your dream venue? I want to hear an answer from each and every one of you. Deal? All right.
Okay. I really think the Pink Floyd Pompeii concert was super cool. I would like to recreate that.
Yeah?
Sands Volcano
Where was it?
in Pompeii.
Pompeii.
Yeah.
Pompeii. That's that is awesome. Your turn.
I've always really wanted to play Red Rocks.
Red Rocks. Where is that?
It's in Colorado.
Ooh.
But I could definitely go for some stage on a cliff in Italy overlooking the water. That'd be real nice. Yeah, I would.
I would say Red Rocks if we're talking about North America, but when you bring it up in the whole world, it's like a daunting task. There's a lot of places that would be beautiful, but yeah, it's hard to pinpoint. But similar answers like Pompeii would be great, or just a cathedral. Like in Europe, anywhere really. But then also, I don't know, Southeast Asia. I'm sure has some beautiful spots. I don't know.
Yeah.
The International Space Station.
Nice.
Very nice. It's good with music just being a vehicle to be able to even get to a lot of places that you would never ordinarily be able to reach, especially with the income level that accompanies being like a professional musician. But, but we still managed to get really around the world. The entire world is kind of crazy. I still haven't checked off Iceland. I would really like to go to Reykjavik, even though I don't know that there's that many people to play for there, but I'm down to do it.
I would really like for Little Tybee to play maybe Sydney Opera House or Carnegie Hall. I think like a listening room at Carnegie Hall would probably be
He's our classical musician.
phenomenal.
That is really cool.
Play symphony halls.
It would be probably awesome to really hear what our band would sound like in that kind of environment.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
With your name being Nirvana, is that your birth given name?
It is really my name.
Really?
I was given that name at birth.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the definition meaning?
So Nirvana is a Buddhist ideal. So it's the highest attainment of enlightenment. The non-attachment to material objects or even ideas at all. So.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's very profound. That's a beautiful name. That's
Thank you.
awesome. That is awesome. All right, so as far as creativity, who's the person when it comes to writing a song? Who's the person typically to make the first phone call on like, let's make this happen?
Brock Scott is the songwriter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gives the song the most structure. Brock, do you want to?
Not totally accurate, but a lot of songs that I'll come up with a structure, but then there are a lot of a lot of songs like Josh's come up with the bones of it,
Okay.
and then but I would say we're each equally like
cohesive.
There might be like a path, you know, broadly, but there's like no flashlights, and then everyone adds a flashlight, and then we're like able to walk it a little easier.
Okay, yeah, wow. I've never, yeah, that is that is awesome. That is awesome. All right, so if little Tybee weren't a thing, where would you guys be in life right now?
That's a deep question. That is a deep, scary, haunting question.
Prison. Yeah. Okay.
No, I feel like I feel like that's kind of an impossible question to answer, just because most of us have been in this band for such an extended period of time that it's such a large part of our identity as people, and it's been part of what develops us and what has made us. It's I feel like at this point, Little Tybee has just been such a prominent part of my life that it would be impossible for me to say like what my life would look like without this band, or what I would be doing otherwise at this moment. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That means you, for certain, pour your heart and soul out. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. That's really cool. Well, I guess that'll conclude this interview.
Yeah.
Man.
Thanks, man.